Well, last session, Poppyseed, having split himself away from the group for their safety from the contract, he continues on his search for the keys that would open Zedia's private doors. Heading down a hall, he averted his gaze towards the ceiling. However, being curious, he took out one of the snake eyes he acquired and pointed it upwards, which quickly resulted in scratches appearing on the snake's eyes, confirming his assumption that looking upwards would have severe consequences. Once down the hall, he found himself in a lobby of waiting spirits. Long lines extended all around the grand chamber. Approaching the desk and asking for the whereabouts of the key needed, the spiritual workers became guarded as they were not given further instructions from Zedia to change any course of action. Baffled by the millennia of spirits waiting because new orders hadn't been sent, and his desperate need for the key, Poppyseed started chanting for the tired spirits in line to repeat due to their frustrations of having to wait so long. Amongst the chaos, Poppyseed conjured an unseen servant discreetly and slipped the key from its place on the wall and dashed out before a lockdown was performed. Carrying on to the murder-filled final area, after having witnessed a fearful illusion of books burning to a crisp, he was promptly stabbed by a half-orc woman with a dagger. Appalled at such behavior, he quickly tried to ask for the whereabouts of the key, but was simply told no, and as giving up the key would ruin the time that the more rougher spirits were having. Poppyseed, after having been ridiculed for his style of clothing and hat preference, and visiting a fiery individual who he refused to set free in exchange for help, returned to his companions and told them of the room where they could just go and kill anyone inside of it with no repercussions. Enticed by the offer, the party agreed, but when returning, Captain Gaddradison noticed a few Tortle individuals that looked a lot like him. Having a pirate-to-pirate talk with a few of them, he realized that this would most likely be the place that he would wind up at when he died, if he died, and would want to preserve this atmosphere in case he did. Providing a few of his own rum bottles as a prize, he offered them to the person who could get him the key that Poppyseed sought after, and a promise to preserve this afterlife for them, should Zedia come around again. Chaos broke out as a fight for the key was underway. Poppyseed managed to snag the key with a mage hoof as the party then left the chaos hastily. With all four keys, Poppyseed opened the door to Zedia's private chamber. A large throne of bones and skulls stood in the center. Off to the side, Poppyseed tried to find a large spider web with Zedia sleeping at the bottom. A few pulls of the web awoken her, drawing her from her slumber as she quickly rose up to meet him. Offering his magical mansion as a place for her to eat her fill, as she was rather hungry, the group settled in and told Zedia of the goings-on in Dremura, how the gods had been sleeping since the Great War, and of Sinra's request for a few sparks of life. And that is where we begin tonight.
Zedia be feasting and listening to y'all, like open to what conversations or questions or things that you might wish to speak about while she devours food.
Did I ask about the afterlife, or did we not get to that part?
We have not gone to anything yet.
Okay. Okay, I couldn't remember if that was something that I asked like at the end of last session, or if that was something that needed to be asked.
No, that had not been asked yet.
Okay.
I think Poppyseed's just gonna like nudge Kari and be like, "Do you feel any different? Any like non binding contract, like around you?"
Is gonna check. Just stares at her hands.
You feel no different.
Nope. Squints her staring intensifies at her fingers. She wiggles them and she's like, after like just purposely drawing it out, and then, nope. Evan. Would I feel the whole impending doom of like spontaneously combusting, or
There's no feeling of doom or spontaneous combustion. There's just nothing.
if that happened, I would be a fried dino chicken.
And because you're so small, you'd be a dino chicken nugget.
Hey, I'm not that small.
You'd be like a 10-piece.
I was just on about Raina herself.
Hey.
Roasted tenders.
Chou's being a little quiet at the moment. Since he's all about resurrection and rebirth, and he's got the god of death sat in front of him. He's like, yeah, I don't want her know that I don't want her knowing that I, resurrect people and fuck around with death, bring people back from death. Good.
Holding a big ol' like leg something. Just kind of biting it, chewing the meat off of it, and then kind of points it to the group in general, and finishes chewing, and she goes, well, don't be shy. I mean, eat, chew, and again, questions. I assume there's things that I need to answer.
So my headset just died. What did I miss?
Not too terribly much.
Nope.
She's trying to convince you all to open up.
Zedia is
Yeah.
open up.
Gad will step forward and go to like hand her a bottle of rum. Just
Yeah.
produces another one from the jacket.
Takes it, looks at it, goes, ooh, this is a nice one. Lid just takes a
2
swig.
shots of vodka.
Yep.
I would like it to be known that without a bottle of that fine rum, we may not have made it here to you. There's some fellas in the room back there. That's where they seem to be going since you've been asleep, and they're like me, pirates, outlaws, that sort of thing. And they know that they'd be going somewhere worse. Well, a lot of them do, the ones that were here before. But there's also some newer ones, and the only afterlife that they've known is this bar that they've created. And I was hoping, since they were so kind as to help us get to you, that they would be able to keep their afterlife, and that all like them, mostly myself included, I'll be honest, when they die, they get to go to this place, this eternal bar of fighting and drinking and carousing and just having a grand old time.
She ponders for a moment. Um, and then looks to Captain Gaddradison and goes, "What do you suppose I call this realm for them?"
The Pirate's Haven. While they may not have been good lads in life, they serve as a good guard to your inner realm. I think I just happened to know a couple of them, so it helped us get through. But then again, I don't imagine many living folk come down this way.
No, they don't tend to. It's not the standard by any means. There's the few tasks to get to me in the different ways. A proposition for you, as I, since waking up, can greatly tell things have gone extremely haywire and been neglected. So there are souls white everywhere that need to be dealt with. This isn't something I will require immediately, but more so a job offer that you can. Hi, child, did you need my attention? You looked at me with such intent in your eyeballs.
No, I just remembered something last minute. Kylie wants to try to kill him tomorrow.
Okay. Has she talked about that to her parents? Or grandma or guardians?
Oh, I believe she is going to either today or tomorrow morning. Yes.
I want you to text her and ask if she did, and
I can't quite do that at the time. Because she used grandma's phone.
oh, that's right.
And around this time, she was.
Okay. Never mind then. Um. Crap, what was I gonna say before I got child distracted? Oh, yes. Because I have a proposition for you with this new haven opening up. I feel like it would be more appropriate to have one of their own show up and gather them to lead them to their afterlife. Well, I mean, wouldn't you agree?
I would agree with that.
And with that being said, would also come with you would need a ship and a crew that could sail between both the living and the dead via those two different planes of existence, though quite heavily overlapping. Still need something that can cross that barrier. And a crew that could cross that barrier as well. Well, I mean, I could think of a few that you might agree with that I'm pretty sure were in that room that you were talking about. That's if you take up that job offer in the future.
When would this job start?
It would start when you accept it, and the offer is. I mean, I guess the offer would last until you passed on yourself, because that would be the last time I would offer it, is for you to man the ship instead of passing off into the pirate's haven fully yourself. Because after fully, truly passing on, well, you wouldn't be going back and forth.
All right. I will accept this job, but not at this moment. I still have things on the mortal plane I would like to accomplish.
Of course.
But if I shall die, then I accept the job. So
And
any moment of death between right now and, say, 150 years or so. I am only middle-aged.
she gives a nod. This is reasonable. Should you wish to get in touch beforehand, she she reaches into a pocket of her gown and pulls out a whistle um that looks like a skull with spider legs. Um and she goes, all you need is to use this and I will hear it. There is no missing the sound of this for me.
Is that to get in touch just for whatever needs, or is that specifically about the job?
Whatever needs, but within reason. Don't overdo it.
Oh, no. No, I would never wish to ill-temper a goddess. Thank you. And he'll kind of take it and like take off his hat and give a big old bow, and then back up.
He kind of looks over and goes, I don't have too many Reapers. And to be a pirate Reaper seems to have a fun ring to it.
I'd have to agree.
Now the rest of you. Any questions, concerns, or inquiries that you have for me while you are here?
When you say you're gonna get things sorted, what about those who have been, I don't know, resurrected, pulled back out of your domain? They're not gonna like drop dead again, are they?
Grins and goes, how many times have they been resurrected?
Just the once.
No issues here. It's just the buffoons that go overboard and forget about the balance between life and death and its cycle that needs to be held. Those are the ones that I get involved against.
How many redos do these idiots need? They keep dying. You don't do that, right? You don't looks at Chou. You don't resurrect the dumbasses, do you?
What are you talking about? I've got no idea what you're on about.
Quince.
On a different note, I believe we should probably bring up the dilemma of Lady Thidrioth down in the Dinosaur City.
Yes, I think that's a good idea as well. Change the subject.
You do it.
You do it just in case.
Yeah.
Yes.
You.
I do not
Um,
want the risk.
So, we all, with the exception of me, signed a contract with her that forbid these ones, and he gestures to everybody else,
Waves.
from waking up you and Ugasis specifically. And she seemed rather concerned about you knowing that she was still alive.
There's a grin
Uh-oh.
that's just a little wider than it should be. It goes from, oh, just a cheeky grin to, oh, that's creepy. And she goes, what form is she in currently?
Uh, the last that we've seen her, she was in a how can I explain it? Voluptuous, black, almost dragon-like humanoid form.
She always did go with more of the flair. She's a pesky one. I have, in the span of the war, before, I guess, falling asleep, before that, while the battles were still raging, it was not once, not twice, but 3 times that I took out the bodies that she was using, but she was able to flee. Being a soul from another place, it's harder for me to track them, you see. While I am a entity of death and the balance that it holds, as well as the keeper of the spark of life, and well, all that entails as well. Souls in my domain are still slightly under my jurisdiction, but not necessarily to be put in the afterlives I've created, but to be tossed to the ones that they're supposed to go. That is, if I can catch them. And she was incredibly wily.
That's why she's hiding down there.
So she's found another form to play in. Keep an eye on her. Make sure she's not planning anything major. And maybe get Ugathis on a entrapment plan. That's what we were originally working on together towards the end there. Was a way to trap her when bringing her down. That's why I bet she didn't want either of us
Yeah.
waking up.
That's what I was about to say. That's probably why she wanted you sleeping.
Right.
I
Well,
just saw the Davy Jones dancing gif.
well. Ugasis is awake, Zeddy is awake, so contract null and void.
Hopefully.
I feel like Cecia's gonna realize what has happened. I also get the sensation that she's probably going to send something after us.
So, instead of doing that, why don't we just go to her?
Put a cap in her ass.
I'm down.
I do feel like we also have an unfinished thing that we have to get there after your description of the weird cage that you found down there, and now seeing Shatias that we released. I have a theory that there is one there.
Oh yeah.
There's
I would agree with you.
A bit of an
Nothing like
eye
that before.
roll. And she's in pieces again.
Uh, yes.
I swear, my sister can't keep herself together for more than a decade.
Poppyseed like goes to ask a question and then he stops, and then he goes to ask another one and then he stops again before he finally gets to. Why does that happen?
She likes looking at things all over, all at once. It's her focus can be all over the place, taking so much in at once that if she's not doing that, she gets incredibly bored. Um I mean, she's one of fate, of luck, of destiny. So, following around your local gamblers, or following around someone whose luck dropped for some reason. Because like even mortals have found ways to steal luck from people. And so when someone's luck drops that she didn't cause their luck to drop for one reason or another, that will pique her interest, and she'll start following them with another part of her. And then, or if there's, um, someone that's, just because of the way luck work, um, if someone's luck is flipping back and forth constantly, that's fun to watch. Um, Sometimes there's people that reach out to her for good luck, for special things, and if they're a nicer person or sweeter person, she'll stick around and um, pump up their natural luck for a while, because they deserve it, sort of thing. Um, but in doing all of this, she gets a bit disjointed physically. And sometimes she just loses physical connection in such a way that she can't locate herself anymore. You keep telling her to knock it off, limit how many of herself she puts out there, but she always ends up overdoing it again, and whoop, there goes your pieces. Go find yourself again. Or we all go on a search to put our sister back together. It's like hide and go seek, but annoying.
I don't think y'all are in the best state to go seeking.
No, not at the moment. Not after just waking up.
Who do we have left?
Themis Gymphion.
Oh my god, I totally misheard that first one.
Okay, I'm glad it wasn't just me.
No, we're not going looking for penis.
You already got snitties. Calm down.
I didn't get snitties. Tavish got snitties.
If you were in Poppyseed's mansion, you got snitties.
Really?
Yes.
Free-range
Snitties.
snitties.
Short, big titty elves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I got the bear, didn't I? That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then a new request was put in. A one night only special.
Snitties everywhere.
Yep. There's finding the rest of Shatia, finding Themis, finding Gamphion. Is that it?
That's it.
Well,
And we already have a prospective place of where to look for another piece of Shatia.
yeah, we need to go back down there.
I personally would like to try and wake up Gamphion before we go back down there. Yes, I agree. We need to as of the utmost importance, but if two gods have been trying for centuries to kill this one servant, I want to come down there much more prepared and much more heavily armed. I feel like the god of the craftsman can, well, I can have his help to make something that would knock her down.
She's gonna look at Zedia and be like, "Is there any way that you can help us with that?"
I mean, to an extent. Um, who would like a bit of a boost with a bit of life draining flair?
Who was getting Zedia? I forgot.
You.
I forgot. I'm sorry. Listen,
I can't remember.
the dragon brain has gone to lizard. Leave me alone.
I lied. It was me.
I can't remember.
Oh, the entire time.
I don't know if I've got one or who I was meant to get mine off.
It was Poppyseed all along.
No, no, Chou was gonna get Themis's because of the Stormbird Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
I mean, I can has it.
She looks at Kari and goes, "Yeah, I could work with this just fine." And
I don't know why I did my lip.
hello, hon. No, you are on break. Yep. Give me smooch.
Robotnik.
It is Robotnik. He is on break from work.
It's practically kind of breaks this week.
Love you. Love you, sweet. Yeah.
Okay.
Be safe. Love you much. That's like weirdly hostile.
Photo gang time.
They came.
Throwing up the "I love you" sign, but aggressively.
Jesus.
I'll see you in the morning.
Um, she goes, this is gonna be a little awkward. She looks to the others and goes, "Don't be alarmed. It's not what it looks like. She's not going to die." And then, with
Yes.
almost um it's a very, very quick motion. But instead of a bite, a stinger of sort comes out of her big spidey booty area. Um and Kari is just jabbed in the stomach.
We are all gathered here today to remember.
Hey.
Oh, good lord.
Very good.
Oh my.
I, honest to God, as a player, do not remember how Gad got his blessing.
From Otrix.
Yeah, no, I know I got it from Otrix. I just don't remember how it was given.
He was
Not as
just,
violently.
yeah, he was just like, oh yeah, here you go, bro fist, and then he
Yeah,
got it pretty much.
kind of like, dude, bro, handshake, pat, pat. Like, you go.
I got fucking dapped up by a god.
Zeddy is, however, a little more aggressive. Kari, it does not feel good.
Oh, lovely.
You take
Um,
1,031 D4 damage.
Right. Plus a sneak attack.
It's oddly specific.
um,
And you're half
however,
a positive.
It's all piercing damage, so if you're raging, you half it.
I'm not a barbarian. Oh, look at that. I've been impaled. This gives me Shelob moments, and I don't like it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Frodo dragons.
Yep, exactly.
Um,
Fingers the size of his fucking torso. Eek.
You guys watch as Kari's claws get a little longer, both on her feeties and her fingies. Um, as well as you start to hear what kind of sounds like bone snapping and moving as from her back bones begin to be produced and start to form wings. She now has wings that look of bone, web, and some feathering.
Nice.
Kari is slowly turning into dragon.
Kari has evolved.
Right.
Okay. Who gave her a food stone?
Kari is trying to learn fly, but Kari has learned 4 moves already.
Oh my god.
Does that mean one of the Tortles have to learn surf?
What is sailing a ship other than being on a really, really big surfboard?
Yeah. This is true.
um, After a moment, the ouch does fade.
Oh.
Ooh,
You're right there, Kari. Do you need some healing after that?
Does she?
No, she didn't lose any HP.
Kind of think I would need a freaking. I would have like a freaking hole on my chest after that. Jeez.
Gods work in mysterious ways. So there's nothing mysterious about that. She just stabbed you.
You
If he
know.
turned you into a fucking dragon popsicle.
Sometimes you have to do aggressive things for good results.
Zydia likes to work rough. Anyways.
Oh my dear God, you fucking gremlin!
Did I get
And
you?
there's the fucking gremlin giggle.
Alright, new lore just dropped on accident that he likes rough.
I'm gonna type that into a DM to a duck.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
let's see how he reacts to that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So does Zedia
Zedia,
prefer growers and not showers?
Zedia likes it rough and prefers female lizard folk. Watch the next character we get a chance to meet Zedia that Kyle plays be a fucking female lizard folk.
Oh my god.
No, see if we give new information about Shatia. Then
She prefers turtles.
I'll make sure to ask the next little bit of Shatia that we come across.
I'm in the process of rescuing her. So, what do you like?
so fill out this dating quiz for us. You know, to keep yourself entertained while we figure out how to free you from this cage.
Right, so if you're traveling with us, you're going to have to answer Poppyseed's questionnaire in order to get access to the mansion. So, number 1.
My gosh.
Number 1, do you like ducks? I'm actually definitely afraid of ducks.
Noted.
Oh, I forget the word for that. Or no, the one I'm thinking of is the fear that somehow, some way, there is always a duck watching you.
Well, yeah, the one I posted. Yeah. Somewhere in here. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your ass is mine, Jimmy. That's funny. Occasionally, it's just fun to go through the list of fear names and learn about new fears. The list, she gives Kari a gentle shoulder pat and that should give you a bit of an upper hand.
Thank you. Oh, I have wings now. Just messing with the wings.
We're never going to hear the end of this.
Listen, you're gonna see her in the mansion playing nighttime, daytime, okay?
With like that one bird that goes after fish.
Nighttime. Daytime.
Nighttime.
You 100% is going to be doing that in the mansion.
Why am I not surprised?
He is my gremlin. She's just a little bit more lawful because reasons.
Because
Yeah.
of card reasons.
Yeah, because of card reasons. Yeah, at least I didn't die.
What have I missed?
Nothing.
I drew a card and it changed my alignment.
Yes.
What did you drink?
I didn't do anything.
You were there when it happened.
I can't remember.
Do you remember what you drew from the deck?
Yes, I have notes of that.
Okay.
Yes, I have 3 wishes to use. Which is going to be interesting.
As Zedia finishes her meal, she looks out to the rest of you. So, there anything else any of you need from me? Oh, you need the sparks for my. Well, I could just hand those over to her the way we usually do it. Unless you need to take them to her specifically. I don't know why my usual method wouldn't work.
Well, you were sleeping at the time.
Well, I was, but now that I'm awake, I could just send them to her the usual way. Aside from that, was there anything else?
I don't think so.
Poppyseed shakes his head.
A character. Do we know where the other 2 are, or?
I don't think so.
Gamphion. Hold on. Is he is not on Nearbeth. He is closer to Zedia, so he's somewhere on Bracken, which is here.
Maybe an idea to see if Zelia can give us a bit more information. Can she feel him at all or anything like that?
And Themis is moving, but no clue where.
Maybe that's an idea.
And Shatia in separate pieces.
She's everywhere.
What were the exact words I gave you on Gamphion?
On Gamphion.
Oh no, wait! I remember where he is. I remember what I gave you. Never mind.
Okay, because I do have it written down.
Maybe we ask where one that we don't know where is, if that makes sense.
I mean, the one we would have to figure out the most is Themis.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be that question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Gar did seem adamant about finding Gamphion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the right
We'll
move.
still go to Gamvi, yeah, but I mean, still knowing where to look for the other one is going to be a better start than not having anything.
That's very true.
We'll still go to Gamphion, but just ask, do they know where,
Ask,
or where we can start looking?
ask the one that just woke up.
They have, maybe maybe they're close enough to be able to feel where they are,
Wait a
or sense
minute.
where they are.
Wait a minute.
What?
Zedia, in the library, are there books on you all?
No, the books only happen when the person has died, and my scribes translate the weave into the book.
Hmm.
I know you've not long woken up, but I don't suppose you're able to maybe tell where your sister Themis is by any chance at all, do you? Can't feel him, sense him, or anything like that? Because it seemed like some of your relations could get a feeling of where they were.
I mean, sometimes we can, sometimes we can't. Depends on if they want to be found or if they're being concealed or concealing. Or in Shatia's case, how many pieces? If they're too little, they're very hard to distinguish between just a regular soul and a piece of hers. Themis, the hothead, she's usually easier to spot. Give me a moment. She's still sleeping. She might still be able to be. There's just a pause. She just sort of focusing and kind of like strumming her fingers. Um, and she's, well, that's odd. Um, I something feels similar to her, but then there's something off about it. Um, on near Beth. Um, it's almost like I can feel her divineness being channeled. but not her presence itself. It's quite strange.
What would normally cause that? Do you know, or is this something completely new?
Haven't really felt it like this before. The only time I've really only sensed something similar was when deities or powerful beings were trapped and confined to be used, but then you still typically feel their presence a bit. A bit more active, at least. And but I mean, I guess that would make sense if she's still sleeping. If she got trapped in something.
Somebody may have taken advantage since she's asleep.
That's the thought.
It said near Beth though, so it's a starting point. Near Beth's big, but it's better than the whole world.
Yeah, true.
But we might have our work cut out for us.
And we kind of had that. We've kind of known that from the start. But look at us go.
Yeah.
So try to find Gamphion, and then we go through Themis. And while we're going, we just kind of look out for Shatia.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, so then we got a plan. Are we resting first and then heading out, or what are we doing?
I did get jabbed in the side pretty hard by a dagger.
Okay, so we're gonna make you take a nap.
Well, I need to do some reading first, and then have a nice little nightcap, and then I suppose I could settle down into a little nap.
I'm gonna take a look at the wound on Poppyseed. How bad was it?
I took a point of damage.
He's
whole
heavily exaggerating. Yep.
It
It is the smallest of stabs.
So obviously, hearing that he's been stabbed first of all, you'd be like, "What? Why didn't you say this sooner?" Go across and then take a look and be like, "I've seen worse paper cuts than this. You'll be fine."
Oh, I know I'll be fine, but look at my shirt. It's torn.
Better than what's going to be your bloody neck. You try that one again.
Do you want to stab him, or should I? Oh,
No,
damn.
we no. I'm not going to kill him. Yeah.
You don't have to kill him. You just stab him gently.
Stab him softly with love.
Yes.
I don't think it works like that somehow. No.
The dagger that casts cure wounds.
Is his
Oh my god.
he's got a stab hole in his shirt, yes?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm using the cantrip mending to repair it.
Oh, wonderful.
Look at that. It's all better.
You know,
Really a man of the cloth.
you know, in my uh in my schooling days, I was considering learning all about the mending cantrip, but somehow, somewhere, some time, it was suggested to me that message would be more useful.
I mean, it's helped.
Yeah, we woken up 3.
Alright, so. Y'all good? We're just gonna go head out, or what's up?
How do we get out of here?
Because that's a little on the trickier side. There's a couple ways. Um, there's going down the tunnel web. Um, at the end of it, it will if you think hard enough about where you want to be, it can pop you out there. Sometimes it pops you out where you need to be instead of where you want to be. And if you're not thinking about anywhere in general, it will just pop you out somewhere random. There also is the option of after your rest getting my attention, and I can uh, zip you out of here. Little, you know, wave of the hand, place you down. What, on your ship, perhaps?
I mean, that would be a lot safer, but wouldn't want to be imposing.
I mean, you all made your way here to wake me up so I could get things running properly again, which I should probably get my niece something of an apology. She is stressed. I can feel it in the air.
Oh yeah, she's been panicky.
Poor thing.
We beat up children for her.
There's a, a look of concern and then the, oh wait, they're dead. It's fine. Sort of like, and then she just chuckles and goes, I'm sure they deserved it.
One of them borrowed me. It was annoying.
Oh, they did they?
Mm.
adorable little things learning how to possess. So cute.
Oh, and if you see a bunch of ghostly children spirits with glowing bioluminescence rubbed all over their body, that was totally not me.
You know I know you're lying, right?
I know.
He's also horrible at it.
I don't think I'm that bad.
I see mute children die better than you.
Well, I'm certainly a better liar than. What were you demoted to Monday morning now?
It doesn't matter. Jeffrey's no longer here. I am no longer Wednesday.
It actually sort of does.
No. Nope.
Your wanted posters are gaining traction.
Yeah, maybe they found him.
No, it's you, because now it is mentioned a poorly described Tavish, you, and a possible Panda accomplice, and he looks at Chou.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Okay.
I was just a very poor little lizard with a very mean boss.
I was just there to support Kari.
Right. Then next time you want to go get payment from Squiggle Spring, you three can go to the bank.
Okay. And if I gotta get payment and you don't get nothing, you have yourself to thank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's gonna end up freezing his account. It's gonna probably end up like with you, because you're also probably part of my group, so they're gonna look over at you and question you on things.
Oh no, I'm not
and all
going to
that
be
good stuff.
there.
Oh no. You don't think I'm gonna tell them that there was this big Hans that was the mastermind? Just
You
kind of
can
smiles.
go ahead, fully do that, please.
See, me with my little brain can be able to come up with this by myself. I'll tell them. I'm gonna tell them it was the sparkly hat. It was hypnotizing.
Right.
He cast a spell on us all.
Exactly.
He's one of them tricksy wizard types.
I'll have you know, I am a very learned study of abjuration.
Which means you're one of them tricksy wizard types.
That's no. It's those damn illusionists.
Who are also part of those tricksy tricksy wizard types.
They is every wizard to you, Trixie?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
See, if you wizards weren't so tricksy, we wouldn't be having this issue.
Name a time where I have been Trixie.
Well, there was that one time. There was that one time you dressed up. Oh, that's a different type of tricksy.
Well, there was a time that you snuck off.
And went to go get donuts.
But you snuck off.
I didn't sneak off. I told you I was leaving.
No, you snuck off. No.
There was the
looks
time
down.
that you alerted a dragon to our presence.
That I didn't even cast a spell at that. I just said a phrase.
Exactly.
How was that trickery?
Because you're a wizard and you didn't use magic.
I could have walked into that one.
I fail to see how that's trickery.
Aren't you supposed to?
No,
The magic man.
those are diviners.
Was
There
it?
we go. Sorry about that. My router decided to reset.
Oh no.
As I was saying, as I was originally trying to say, there's that time you dress up on the weekends. Oh wait, that's a different type of Trixie, that isn't it?
That did come through.
That did come through. I didn't hear any reply to it.
That must have been like right when you died then, because that came through.
I was like, something that was like, oh wait, sorry, you only like to be called that on Sundays, don't you?
Chou,
Well, that part did.
Chou, I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Sorry, we won't tell anyone about what your weekend gig is.
Are you talking about the Cowboy of the Sea?
Well,
The
I have been.
the rhinestone cowboy.
Well, we've been told you like to be ridden, so I suppose that works.
I mean, I am a centaur and I offer rides. Tavish rides me all the time. I mean, hell, Kari's even ridden me.
Joe's just dying laughing.
Kari uses a wing to go whoosh.
My friend, you really got to learn about double entendres.
There are much better things that I could be learning than that.
Maybe if you learned them, you wouldn't realize what you just said.
I mean, I'm stating facts.
Because of double entendres, you just made out that Tavish and Kari have had sex with you regularly.
No, I've said that they've ridden me. There's a completely different meaning to that.
No. Not really.
Okay, what do you do on a horse?
I'm not denying that. But
So you don't deny that you ride on a horse, yes? Yes.
I'm not denying that.
And Tavish and Kari have ridden on me.
But with a sexual partner, what do you do with them? What's the slang? What's the slang term for it?
I believe for Poppyseed, it's destroy their guts.
I mean, there is some form of rearrangement of anatomy that has to happen, yes.
I don't think he gets what we're trying to say. The slang term for having sex with someone is riding them.
Well, that doesn't sound like a very good slang term.
I had some snitties
That's honestly a very weak term. You should broaden your vocabulary.
So should you.
He is fluent in gutter language.
I'm fluent in several languages.
Including vulgar, obscene,
Sailor.
insults.
Oh wait, no, that's Gad.
See. Sailor.
No, he's only in conversation for sailor right now. He's not fluent yet.
Needs a few more lessons.
Exactly. You do.
Vulgar, obscene, sailor, smart ass.
That's weird. Okay.
There you go again.
Hell, even dumbass.
Literally, are you fluent in that one as well?
You never did
Are
tell
you
me about
fluent in
the
celestial, draconic, druidic, solemnic, dumbass?
I forgot
Oh, and according to Kari, gutter.
the distinguished. This is the
Streets.
person / whatever dog.
Smart.
I can buzz it if you want.
So
So
we gotta get a long rest in and that.
nap time. Then to the ship.
Just
You are. She does mention how like this mansion casting, like this casting is quite nice and everything. However, if you would like to stay in the guest rooms that she has available, that um is also an option if you so desire, sort of thing.
Kari's gonna sleep in the mansion. Or in one of the guest rooms. She's like, it's not every day you
I'm
get
not
to
gonna
sleep here.
turn down a host's hospitality. It'd be rude.
Exactly.
Cat is also going to sleep in the guest rooms, but after going to the pirate haven to let them know of the good news.
You go to the pirate haven, but you are there's like a tap on your shoulder, and she's it's a new direction now. Let me show you.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you are led through this very bright hallway, and actually she holds an arm over, in this case, your eye, like above your eye,
Switches eye
and just
patch.
goes, don't look up, just don't look up.
How about I just not look? And he moves his eye patch over.
That works too. Um, and she leads the way through, and she's it's safe to open the eye patch. It'll actually be a little easier
Slides
for you to
back over.
follow if you can see me now. You are in this little hustling and bustling area. There are a bunch of entities that all look extremely similar. running about leading souls into their afterlives. And she kind of gives them a nod at this little front desk area that now seems much less concerned and quite happy now, as they are actually getting um, where they're supposed to be putting these souls now. And she looks around
Actually at
as
rest.
yeah, actually getting to them at rest. And she looks around and goes, ah, there it is, just this way. And she kind of goes to, um, do you mind if I pick you up?
Oh, not at all.
And she just, what was kind of you touch, she had this smaller form, which begins to like expand and grow. All the long spidey legs. And she does you a scooping. She scoops you up, and then begins to just travel over the crowd. Um, just, saves you from having to maneuver around them. Ghosting are usually a little touchy about accidentally walking through them, since you can't really feel them. Figure I'd save you from a few of them possibly trying to haunt you. Um, and she walks over to this door that very much so looks like a door that belongs on a um like a seaside bar. It's got that beaten by the salty air sort of look to it. And she opens the door and places you down and goes, it's a bit larger now and has more personal rooms available for those that would like to rest, as well as a ship dock that has, I mean, the ships don't go anywhere, but ships that they can get on and drink on, and
You can get that cool old kind of pirate feel.
yes. But then there's one dock spot that will always be open for a particular ship once it is up and running.
He's again like takes the hat off. Big bow. It's very appreciated, my lady. May I ask, how do I get back to the rooms once I'm done here?
Once you are done with what you need to do, what you want to do with your life, um, you will be able to pass between here and the land of the living with ease on a very specific ship.
Indeed.
On
I I was more so asking just for the evening. Once I'm done here, how do I get
ah
back to the guest rooms?
for the evening, you just make your way back out. You'll be able to see this door from the other side as well. And going through that bright hall, again, just don't look up. You can look down, you can look to either side, just don't look up. Um, it'll ruin your good eye.
Oh, I'd hate for that to happen.
But yeah, just making your way back through, and you'll be able to come back into my area and go off into the guest quarters.
Well, thank you. Could you do me one favor? Could you bring Gar here? I know he'd appreciate it.
Yes, I can lead him the way. She gives you a nod and goes, I will be back promptly with him. And she heads off, leaving you in front of the door. And
While we're out in like the main area, Groven, I'm gonna be keeping an eye out for anyone of my kind or from my village, as it were, or my city.
you guys are in more like her big living room area. You aren't in the rest of you
Alright.
aren't in the area that the souls are.
Right. Okay.
That's through out that room, through a hall, into a different big area that has them souls.
Death TSA.
Yep, pretty much. Um, she makes her way back and goes, Gar, you have been requested by Gad.
Mike has been up.
Whoops.
I will stand up. Where am I going?
To your afterlife.
She is
Ominous! Let's go!
just this way. Um, mind the bright hallway. Do not look up at the ceiling. It won't be pleasant on the eyes.
Noted.
And you guys get to that again, very crowded by ghosts. And she points out the door that. Gad, are you waiting at it? Have you walked in?
I'm waiting for Gar.
Okay. She points towards the door and Gar and she goes, if you wish to walk through the crowd, try not to actually walk through them. Otherwise, I can lift you over them. If you don't mind being picked up.
So, don't walk through the crowd. Walk around.
Exactly.
I think I can handle that. Thank you, though.
Gad was just like, ooh, big lady.
On one hand, yes, but on the other hand, spider. Elephants are afraid of mice, and this giant turtle's uncomfortable around spiders. I'm gonna mosey my way around the crowd.
Yep. Make me a dex check.
Dex check. That'd be
Acrobatics would also work.
as the same as just standard dex. So
Okay.
that's that's not bad. 22.
Oh yeah, you go through them with ease without bumping anyone.
Sweet. Then I will make my happy ass through. So, this is the afterlife, or
This is hopefully where you and I will get to go once we're dead. But I have one thing to ask of you. Because she
Aye.
said she had a crew, or she could have a crew. But it wouldn't be a crew without my first mate.
Well, you know me, Captain. I'll follow you anywhere.
Well, it looks like when we'll die, we'll be able to ferry pirate souls here. The Pirate Haven.
As long as we don't run out of rum, that sounds like a good way to go. Why can I hear that gif?
Yeah, same.
Oh, good fun.
I fucking love Community. Such a
I
good
know the scene,
show.
but I can't remember what he shouts.
Gay.
That's it.
Yeah.
See, that is if you're willing to undertake the call of passing between life and death.
Now this is starting to sound like a pyramid scheme.
Well, the job is just to basically sail the seas forever. Make sure the right souls get to where they need to be going.
It's not like I'll have much better to do when I am dead. Death with a purpose doesn't sound horrible.
That was my thoughts exactly.
Now then, show me this great afterlife that you are so pleased about.
All right. Gad will go find a table that's somewhat central in the area. Climb up on it. Fire his pistol in the air a couple of times. To grab the attention of everyone.
He definitely grabs the attention.
Somebody needs to make him a megaphone for Pete's sake.
A pirate with a
That wouldn't be.
megaphone, that's just a weird thought.
Somebody get this guy thaumaturgy.
I have that. I
Okay,
could. Can I long distance cast it on him?
It's unfortunately only for you.
Yep.
Get the sensation of, somebody needs thaumaturgy.
Yeah. My thaumaturgy senses are tingling.
As he gets everyone's attention, it's like, gentlemen, I would like to announce that this will now be a permanent afterlife. For all you pirates, all you sailors, anyone who made a living off the sea. Thanks to Zydia's generosity. But I would also like to announce that I will be your new captain come the time of my death, as I will escort more sailors, more pirates, more of those on the sea here to the Pirates' Haven.
There are cheers and whoops and hollers abound. A few shouts of the fact that the rum and ale has gotten better. Um,
And I will try to keep the rum and ale good. Once I assume my position at the time of my death, I will make sure to bring back fresh rum and ale for all. So that way you can keep enjoying the one great thing of living. As he produces another bottle of rum and takes a big swig from it.
there are more cheers all around. And drinks passed around.
What was the... I need to find... What was the quote? It was something about fucking and fighting.
Oh,
God, what is the full quote?
um,
I'm looking through the safe for work out of contest, and I'm not finding it.
I could have sworn it's in there though.
Yeah, I know it was in there. Something about fucking and fighting. Tequila makes her ass fall out.
Oh, there's one from Gad that's just a shout of "You just told me to fight and fuck."
Oh yeah, that was the one. Because that was what was going on in that room. So he raises up the bottle again. He's like, so gentlemen, fight, fuck, and drink as much as you'd like to. Welcome to the Pirates' Haven. Your life after death. And takes a couple more big swigs.
There are again cheers and more drinks passed around. The revelry picks back up again.
Gad will go back over to Gar.
Gar's just standing there. You kind of see the shimmer in his eye of a man who has seen true bliss and is crying tears of happiness.
So, how's the afterlife look to you? A life of fucking fighting, drinking, and being on the sea.
It's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen.
And that's what we have to look forward to.
That's a
Oh,
journey I
no.
was dying for.
It truly is, my friend. It truly is.
Well, I have an idea of something I want to make for this place.
Oh,
But I'm gonna see if I can't make a magical fire whiskey. Make it, distill it. It would be the perfect drink for a place like this.
it sounds like it would. Now, how about we party with the dead for a little while and then head to sleep?
I'll nod. Before I move over there, I would like to pull out the other two mystery decanters that I have. And I'm going to pop the tops on each of them and smell what their contents are. Because this could either be a lot of fun for a party, or we could just be juggling mayonnaise.
2 more decanters of endless mayonnaise.
They are not mayonnaise.
Mustard and ketchup.
Man is the ultimate sandwich maker.
Now I just need a decanter of endless meat.
No.
That is disturbing.
It's just one long sausage.
Oh my
It
gosh.
truly is a grower, not a shower.
Oh my. Okay, hold on. Let's. Roll me a d6.
Boy, basics. That is a 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. One of them is wine.
Oh.
Ooh, we're partying tonight. Wine drunk is a bad drunk.
One drunk is a fun drunk.
No. If you really want to fuck with a wino and go to a wine tasting, listen to the wine.
I'm gonna do that here. There's so many wineries. I'm just gonna go do that.
Kinda gotta,
Put your ear to the
swirl it
glass.
around.
Yep.
Yeah, swirl it
Mhm.
around in the glass with your ear to it.
It's where you do that and you go, I'm hearing notes of blueberries. And they're like, the fuck?
Yes.
You're hearing notes of blueberries? Yes, don't you?
Right. I'm hearing notes of schnozberries.
Schnozberry is slang for penis.
I can hear the creak of the barrel it was aged in.
For the other one, roll me another d6.
5.
The other one is lemonade.
Wine spritzers.
Guzzle the citrus. No scurvy on these boys.
Oh, there you go. No, you got lemonade. Rum and lemonade is actually a really nice fucking drink.
Really?
I have it regularly. Spiced rum and lemonade. It's a
I will
lot
have
better.
to try that.
I find it a lot better than Coke, or
Definitely.
Pepsi
Have you
because
had
Coke and Pepsi leave that like
I
coating
don't
on your
like
mouth.
Coke or Pepsi. They make my teeth feel weird.
Yeah. Well, with the lemonade, you don't get that.
have
Have you done it
had
with Dr.
Kraken
Pepper?
rum?
Yes.
Because Kraken rum and Dr. Pepper is fucking.
I
that's
have got a Kraken here that you are gonna fucking love. Then, if you like Kraken,
It's good rum.
computer lamp 100%.
What kind of
Blinded
sci-fi
by the
bullshit you
light.
living in, man?
Yeah,
There
Kraken.
you go.
Oh, black cherry.
And
Oh,
I'm
Madagascar
sorry.
Villa.
What? A black?
oh.
Huh?
See, I mostly love Kraken for the bottle
Mm-hmm.
because the
Yeah.
bottle is just so satisfying to hold. But that
Mhm.
sounds fucking fantastic.
This with the Monster Ultra White, the sugar-free Ultra White Monster. Those two, this and that one together, it tastes like raspberry ripple ice cream.
Ah,
Really?
You're gonna make me
Mhm.
want to buy a bottle, and I don't even drink.
It
That's how it
tastes like
starts.
raspberry ripple ice cream, and it gets you drunk from the feet up.
that that sounds like a problem, but also a great time.
I bought a bottle of that for my birthday, the beginning of August. Within 2 hours, I'd gone through a full bottle. I'd gone to the supermarket, bought another 2 with a 24-pack of Monster to go with it.
God damn.
You're
It must have
also
been good.
insane.
I woke up the next morning after my birthday. I had a third of a bottle left of rum.
Yeah,
That
you're weird.
sounds like me a
You're
few
insane.
weekends ago.
I had nearly 3 bottles of rum in an evening. I was shit-faced. But I was
Yeah.
fine up until I turned around and went, because I was on VC with loads of friends and that, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'll be back in a minute. I need to go to the bathroom. I stood up. My
Ah,
legs did
see,
not want to fucking work.
that's what you went wrong. Never stand up. That's when everything hits you.
The thing is, from the
See.
waist up, I was fine from the waist up. From the waist down, gone.
See,
Waist down, whiskey dick.
when Dirt and I went to a concert a few weeks ago, I found my limit.
Yes, you did.
Oh yes.
See, I painted a bathroom with my guts, but that's the only part I don't remember.
He painted my
we're good.
sister's bathroom with his guts. And then she cleaned it
Yeah.
up because she's a fucking G. And he
Aw.
was out cold.
Oh,
Oh,
I was fucking dead to the world for several hours there.
Yeah, I think the advantage I've got is being ex-forces.
Yeah.
See, we went to the bar before the concert, pre-gamed the concert. We went to dinner. I got drinks at dinner, and then we went to the bar after dinner.
And he had a
See
lot
what?
of tequila.
And I had to walk on my knees into the bathroom because I had to pee and I could not stand.
Oh.
It was entertaining.
I got
I was like,
I
help
got-
me up, bro.
I got turned to rum while I was in the forces, and I got sent out to the Falkland Islands. And when you're in the Falklands, you've got two choices of what to do when you're not on duty: get fit or get fat, because there's fuck all else to do apart from the gym and the bar to do. And I thought, fuck it, I'm gonna go to the bar. I walk in the bar my first night, and I'm seeing double rum and coke, £1.50.
Oh dear lord,
What?
dangerous.
Uh-huh.
That's dangerous.
Mhm. It was the only spirit they had was spiced rum. So I'm like, oh well,
I
looks like
mean,
I'm drinking for the next 6 months. Even if I don't like it,
I
I'll
mean-
soon learn to fucking like it.
I mean, down there, that's gonna be some damn good fucking spiced rum. That's like from the source.
Uh-huh.
See, I had a
uh
I had a buddy go to Puerto Rico, and he brought rum back from Puerto Rico, and holy shit!
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's where I learned to appreciate rum. Was down there. I could go out with like $10, well, 10 quid in my pocket for the night, and get nice and comfortably buzzed. It was like by the end of my detachment out there, the 10 quid wasn't enough. I'm having to go out with 20 and £30.
Damn.
Because I've gotten that fucking used to it.
Tolerance.
Mm-hmm. Well, you think I was there for 6 months. We weren't allowed to leave to come back for R&R because it was too long to get to and from. So our R&R was there. So I had a week off of nothing to do. So I just sat in the bar watching fucking Sky Sports, drinking rum from 9:30 in the morning till I staggered to bed at whatever time. It's also where I learned why a lot of people hate getting drunk at the Falklands, because the bar is at one end of the complex. Rooms are at the opposite end, and the Falklands is in the Guinness Book of Records for having the longest corridor in the world at 2 miles long.
Oh Jesus, that's a long way to stumble.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a nap in the middle.
No, I got myself in trouble because they actually have, for getting back and forth quickly for emergency things, they have like little miniature golf buggies. I decided one night I couldn't be asked walking, so I'm going to take one of them.
Oh no.
He
Mhm.
drank the rum and became a pirate.
Yeah, basically.
Became
About
God's drunkest driver.
yeah, about an hour and a half after I went to bed, I'm getting the fucking door of my barrack room hammered on, and I'm like, the fuck? Yeah, that fucking buggy I'd nabbed, it was written off.
Oh Lord.
Seemingly, I found every wall on the way home.
I jumped in your way.
Pardon?
I mean, hey,
But
you made it home.
it's not your fault they suddenly jumped in your way along the
Exactly.
along the drive.
So
Yeah,
who put this
that's
wall here?
yeah, that wall fucking jumped out at me.
It's not your fault the wall had no will to live.
If the wall didn't want to be hit, it should have dodged.
Exactly. If you didn't want to be hit, you should have got the fuck out of my way. But yeah, I came back with a big drinking problem from the Falklands. Most British forces come out with a drinking problem from the Falklands.
Jesus.
It's funny
Yeah.
that we're talking about this and that I have a video come up of a table that will walk your beer over to you.
Oh yeah, that was
God.
fucking trippy to see.
Oh my fucking god. That would be very dangerous.
It's straight up just a table with legs that will like walk to you.
Well then,
Uh-oh.
yeah. But no, it's the Falklands is an interesting place for shit like that. The usual drinking problem most British forces come back with is they realise they have 2 hands and only 1 mouth.
See, I feel like I'm just very lucky that whenever I get drunk, I don't get like fighty or anything. I just talk a lot.
Depending on what I'm drinking depends on how I go.
See, I've found that
Depending on who
usually,
I'm drinking with depends on how I go.
yeah, so depending on who I'm drinking with is how I go, but usually it's just I talk a lot more and I'm loud.
No filter.
No,
We almost got kicked out of a bananas because I was frost as fuck.
see, for me, if I stick to what I know I'm okay with, then I just get I should become everybody's friend. Everybody's my best mate.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um,
feel that. It's like, hey, we're having a good time. What's up, buddy? Like,
yeah, you're my best mate. Let me buy you a drink. How's it going? Yeah, that's me. There's a few other drinks that if I drink them, I'll become everyone's best friend, and then I'll just all of a sudden it's like someone's flicked a switch and I'm out cold, no matter where the fuck I am.
yeah,
It's like, yeah, how's it?
yeah, that's pretty much me. It's like I'll be your best friend until it's like, okay, it's fucking sleepy time. Like
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The only drink that I don't drink is whiskey because that then
Ooh.
does make me
Aw,
punchy and angry.
I like whiskey. Specifically peanut butter whiskey. Found I
Oh,
have an affinity towards peanut butter whiskey because it tastes really good and it's a fun time.
I like whiskey, but it makes me punchy and angry, so I don't drink it.
Do you have any Irish in you?
I was born in Belfast.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yep. I was born in Belfast. My mum's side of the family are from Elgin and Glasgow as well. So I've got, and my dad's side of the family are from South Wales. So I am 100% Celtic.
You got that fucking IRA gene in you.
Mhm.
So then if we need you to be punchy and ragey for any reason, just pass you a bottle of whiskey.
Yep. Hell, to be honest with you,
That'll be the cue.
hell, if you need me to be punchy and ragey, you don't need to pass me the whiskey. You're all family. So if you're like, he needs fucking up, it's like, done. Hey, you wee shite, come here.
I was about to say, I mean, you could pass him the whiskey, but he's not even gonna take a drink. He's just gonna see it and be like, okay, who do I need to kill?
See,
Mhm.
whiskey really brings out the Irish in me because if I get drunk enough on whiskey, I cannot stop talking in an Irish accent.
A bit about you, wee man. Here's a guy.
Yeah, it's bad.
Mhm.
Like,
It's fucking hilarious, is what it is.
oh yeah, it's
We
funny.
need to
It's
hear this
funny as
sometime.
shit, but it's
Mhm.
also kind of bad because it's like I can't help it. Like it happened. I think the last time we had a session, it happened because I was drinking whiskey and then uh Tavish started talking and I like could not get out of the accent as Gad. It
Mhm.
was
I do remember that you having an accent problem one of the sessions.
yeah. I said like I couldn't help it. I heard the accent and my brain was just like, yeah, that's natural, and just it just went for that.
See, the Irish accent is my natural accent, but being a British Forces child in the 80s with all the trouble with Northern Ireland, it wasn't that
Yeah,
good having an Irish accent on a British military base. So my mum and dad sent me for
yeah.
elocution lessons to teach the accent out of me.
Yeah,
Luck for me, I can go
yeah, I
back to it
can
whenever
see
I want,
that.
eh? It's as simple as that. It's still there.
See, I have a lot of Irish and Scottish in me. My grandma was doing the like ancestry shit,
Mhm.
and we found out that we actually have an ancestor that fought with William Wallace.
Most Scots do.
So yeah, there's that. I think she said it was the Kincaid clan is
Mhm. Yep.
is the clan we're from, and then there's also a lot of Irish from my dad's side, but she's my mom's mom, so there's a lot of Scottish from her side, and I think a lot of Irish from my dad's side. So
Mhm.
yeah, sometimes I get drunk, or like sometimes if I get like a specific kind of angry,
Mhm.
the accent comes out, and I can't help it.
That's
Mhm.
beautiful.
Even though, I'm born and raised in fucking Colorado. Like I can't help it. It just happens.
Well, that was a nice segue. Can we carry on with the game?
Alrighty,
Sleepy
people.
time. We pirate. Wait, I'm also kind of drunk off tequila. We party
The
as
pirates are
pirates,
pirating.
and then we sleep.
The others are offered quite luxurious guest rooms.
Mhm.
That are very comfy beds. There are these they're um how high they stand, their head probably comes up about um 4.5 foot height. Um, but they are spiders with bow ties and top hats. Um, and they come around with little trays to make sure you don't need anything like a drink before bed or a bedtime snack or a hot bottle, a hot water bag for the foot of your bed, um, or anything like that.
I will be getting a bottle of sake, but also I will be trying to track down Zedia because I explain. Obviously being a man of the cloth, I have my prayers I need to do, but being in the land of the dead and praying to a divine being of rebirth and so on and so forth, I don't wish to overstep any marks or cause any problems.
Yeah,
I don't wish
you.
to. I don't wish to insult.
Yeah. Um. You.
Slight interjection. I also tried sake before the concert, and that shit was pretty alright.
It's
Mhm.
good. It's good.
It was like
I love sake.
it was like an unfiltered version, so it was all like milky.
Mhm.
It was like I can't really describe the flavor of it. Like it had a taste, but it was nice. It was pleasant. I liked it.
To me, it all just tastes like rice.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. Um, you after a moment find Zedia with a um soul. It's kind of a tender moment. Um, it is an um older woman, and you um catch the tail end of the conversation, and um she kind of goes, so it was my time then. Well, I'm sure they'll be looked over just fine without me. Can't stick around forever. And so he goes, no, all must pass in due time, and it was just yours. They will be fine. Their weave is strong, and I can guarantee you that. They've got quite some time left, your daughters. So, how about you go off? Because there is someone who's been waiting a good handful of years for you. And there's a little grin, and she goes, oh, he couldn't get enough of me, and laugh. He'd been waiting around in death too. And Lydia smiles and nods and goes, that's right, he's been waiting for you. And, the great thing about the afterlife, um, she does a little flare of her hand around the woman, and she instantly looks like she's mid-20s, maybe late 20s. And the woman gasps. Um, all of her, aches and pains and, hunched overness from just age, all gone. And she goes, now you get to go see him. And kind of the spirit off, and she turns to look to you and go, you need something?
Um, look, first of all, that was very beautiful what you did there. But I am I'm a priest of the Phoenix, and obviously I have to. Well, not have to, but I like to do my prayers daily. But being here, I fear that I may potentially offend you or insult someone here. But obviously, this being the realm of the dead, the realm of the afterlife, and then there's me praying for life and rebirth. I just wanted to make sure it was okay with yourself.
Let me show you something.
Okay.
And she leads you off to this area that has a To one side is a shelf with a bunch of jars. And in one area there is this swirling pool that's just glistening. And on the other side there's just these calm blue waters. And she goes, I don't just watch over the dead. That is my admittedly main focus, is keeping the spirit happy, getting them to the afterlife that they're supposed to go to. But it also comes with keeping the balance of life and death. See, Sinra, she helps birth life. She helps give it a shape, give it a form. However, in order to get that spark, I have to send them to her. And she reaches down into the glittering, glistening pond and grabs something and pulls it out. And it looks like almost like this, um, sparkling, glistening, oh, the glittery gold orb, but um, like droopy, almost like it's a goo, but still holding together kind of vibes.
Hmm.
And she goes, "This is untapped life. This is life at its purest." And she takes it and plunks it down into the blue waters, and it um quickly descends and begins to float off. Um, this connects to um Sinra's pond. Um, this is how I send them to her for her to use to help nurture new life. Sometimes, when it is needed, um, it just goes straight to the being who needs it. Like when one becomes pregnant with a child, that's not necessarily something we um, control. It's just something that happens naturally. Um, these sparks sometimes do just slide over into the pond of their own accord to go where they need to go. And sometimes they need a little help by me sending them to her, or by me placing them through so they can get to the world. Especially if there is something that drastically throws things off balance, like a natural disaster or a war. Then the world needs to be balanced out a bit quicker. So I just do a bit of a scoop and toss them on through. But that's as much as uh, my hand is on it.
Hmm.
Because of that, I don't quite mind anyone praying about healing, birth, life. Um, Rebirth, there are some reasons for it, and sometimes there are souls that it happens to. It's not unheard of that I won't let someone be reborn to try again, because that's being reborn at a new slate. That's a little different than expanding and expanding your life. I'm sure you've heard of liches before.
Mhm. Yes. No.
Them I go after. Them I care about. Um,
No, I have no truck with them either. Bringing someone back who met an untimely demise through illness, disease, or war, then I have no or accident. I have no issues with bringing them back. If it's generally before their time. But the likes of liches, no, they are perverting the natural order of things.
I'm, needless to say, I'm not without reason. I won't get my knickers in a bunch from someone being resurrected, especially when they are a good soul or got taken too soon, brought back for a good cause, sort of thing.
Well, that's good. Like I said, I didn't want to take the risk of offending without, and by just assuming. So
That is appreciated. This you said the Phoenix?
yes, I am a cleric and druid of the Phoenix. When the gods, when you and your family fell asleep and we all thought that we were done for, people still needed something to believe in, and at the time the Phoenix came around and taught us, that by believing in them and offering our prayers to them, then like any deity would be, we would gain access to their energies. So my village, well, city now, my city turned to the Phoenix, and we've been worshipping them ever since. But now that it does leave me the quandary of, now that we're finding you and you're coming back, what does that mean for me and my brothers and sisters? It leaves a bit of a conundrum. Is the Phoenix going to disappear, or is the Phoenix going to be stepping on other people's toes and then cause troubles that way, or is things just going to carry on as we have known? All I know at the moment is that without all of you around, the world is just getting a worse and worse place. So we need you back.
How much do you know about Phoenix?
Admittedly, not a lot. It wasn't part of our teachings. We were told roughly about the old gods and what they were known for, but it wasn't really part of our teachings. It was also our teachings were more on the Phoenix and how to use our gifts from them. Sounds like you know of the Phoenix.
Not exactly, but I have a hunch.
I would be interested in hearing this hunch if you wouldn't mind sharing.
Follow me once more, please, if you wouldn't mind.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
She leads you off a ways. And as she's walking, she goes, I have an area that has art from different areas. All different views, different depictions of my siblings. I think one of them in particular is going to quite catch your eye.
Color me intrigued.
And she goes through and points out the different images of each of the siblings, and it is like sections. Like there's 3, 4 of each sibling. As each section also has like a little shelf with little like carvings of each of them too. Clearly from different makers. And you get to one point and getting the images to load. You see one section.
Yeah. I recognize that Phoenix. Oh. That 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 causes that brings everything I've been taught into question. That's the Phoenix we worship. So the Phoenix we've been worshipping for all these years is your sister.
And is being used for something that's not her domain.
Shit.
I will warn she is also not one to be trifled with.
Hmm. I mean, the teachings we were given was that the Phoenix came to us, but that was many years ago, and I wasn't around then, so I'm just going off the teachings. So, if that isn't the case, and they've been trapped, then why people have been worshipping them and using their powers against their will on the pretense of a lie.
She is not unjust, but she will rain down a torrential problem upon those that do know the truth.
Mm-hmm. Would that include me now that I know the truth?
Knew and harbored the truth. You learning now, if you ignore it and don't act upon it to try and fix it, that would be different, and she would still get pissed at that.
Mm-hmm.
But now that you've found out, and if you try and fix it, since you're trying to wake us all up anyways,
Mm-hmm.
wrath won't purposely be brought down upon you. There are some times where she is so furious, there's
Collateral.
collateral damage. She is of the storms
Mm-hmm.
of all shapes and sizes. She she is natural disaster incarnate.
Oh, poo. Not someone I wish to have as an enemy. Well, if knowing that this now, and you said that you could tell that they were about and being used not in the way they were meant to. If I was to I don't know if you'll be able to do it. No, but we don't see the Phoenix very often in my hometown. Well, my home city. You know, we only ever see him on special occasions, kind of thing, like big celebrations and the likes. But if that's the case, do you know if they're being held there? If you know, I don't know if you're able to see through me where that is. Because I'm assuming a name of a place isn't going to really do much.
She He ponders for a moment and goes, with her being on the continent,
Mhm.
and that is your home continent, yes?
Yes, it is.
I would be surprised if she wasn't being held somewhere nearby.
Then it seems I am to return home and confront my church. I know this may be too little, too late, but for what has happened to your sister at the hands of my forefathers, I am sorry. 'Cause it seems that we've been lied to as well. And I do not like being lied to.
People make mistakes, some worse than others, and those that have made them will eventually pay for them accordingly. What I would suggest, though, still do your prayers, but maybe with a little twist. Um, it might help you get a little more spark if you request her wrathful presence to guide and support you in this moment. Um, the the strong fires, the bonfire within, the internal hurricane, uh,
Mhm.
however you wish to personally word things.
The
Um,
fire of passion for life.
but
Yes.
it might get you a bigger response, a stronger response, perhaps.
Hmm. I will definitely do that. I will let her know that I have, well, through my prayers, I will let her know that I have now discovered the truth of what is going on, and that uh, we will be on our way to set it right.
As well. I, unless there was anything else, do have to get back to
I do.
situating souls.
Mhm. Just one quick thing, if you may indulge me. When the people responsible for this come through here, Please make them suffer.
I
In my eyes, what they have done is beyond redemption. If they are the true perpetrators and they know the truth, then that. If they are like myself, then please show them leniency.
those who need the true punishment will be punished accordingly. And I will be able to tell. The tapestries that I weave of their life never lie, and I can see it all in an instant when someone is here with me. So I will know exactly where to put them for their crimes when they do arrive.
Thank you. Thank you. That gives me hope that those responsible will see the justice they deserve. With that, Chou's gonna bow low and be like, I've kept you long enough. I shall obviously be out of your way.
Gives a nod and goes, sleep well.
And if that time comes for yourself, then the same to you too. Just please, not as long as last time.
She chuckles and goes, oh no, I will not be sleeping for a while. It has been long enough. I think I've got at least 1,000 years before I'm even going to want a nap.
That's some stamina. And at that, I'm gonna chuckle along with it and then start making my way back. So obviously she can crack on with what she needs to do. Head back to the others. Those who are there, relay said information that I think I know where Zedia is. Not Zedia, Themis is.
Yeah, she's right over there. Oh wait,
Hey.
that one.
Hey, it's 20 to 6 in the fucking morning. Give me a break.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think I know where Themis is.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Phoenix my people have been worshipping all these years?
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Do you know where she is?
The Phoenix is Themis, being held against their will. Or used
Oh.
against their will. So
seeing that we're gonna be dealing with possibly another hostile group, you make a game film first?
yeah. I
Okay.
need to Zedia gave me some information or something that might help us, but I don't know how quick it's going to be. So we will a bit of time to prepare, shall we say?
Okay.
Yeah, they're in my hometown. I hope you like cold weather.
I'm a lizard. So no.
Yeah. We're going up into the mountains.
Ah. I really wish I was a dragon now.
Well, you've got the wings for it.
I know, aren't they creepy? Shows up for wings.
No, I don't think they're creepy.
What? How are they not creepy?
You didn't
Yeah.
have wings before, you have wings now. That's kind of cool.
I know, but this like bony and webby and has a little bit of feathers. It's spooky.
They're like the
Ooh.
kind of wings you'd expect to see on a dragon, on a lizard. They're not meant to have bird wings. Unless you want to be a bird,
No.
so that you've got the right wings for you.
Gonna give me warmth. I'm gonna get cold.
We'll find ways of keeping you warm. Wrap you up in furs. It's usually what we do with people who aren't used to the cold up in the mountains. Wrap them up in furs.
I'm gonna hop out of bushes and go rawr.
I mean,
Jumps out of the bushes in front of the wrong person and gets punched in the face.
Oh, they're getting bit if they do that. Who's gonna have an Angie Kari on their arm?
is it just me, Kari, and Poppyseed here at the moment? Is it?
Currently, yeah, because the other
The other
two
two
would
aren't.
be Party and Hard.
Yep. So obviously Poppyseed would have got that information as well. As someone who understands the map better than I do, do you know where? Well, if you pull out the map, do you know where the Les Halette Mountains are?
That is the upper mountain range.
Let me see if Kari would figure it out. 17, like this-ish area. Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
That is where my home is. That's where we'll be heading.
Fun. So we're going all the way up to the mountain, and then we're also going down to Dinosaur Land again.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah. We're going up to the very tippy top of the tallest mountain.
I didn't sign up for this big of a road trip. Oh well. We're gonna be traveling. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Yep. That's a good idea. I need to go make some prayers.
You do that. And go sleep.
So I will see you in the morning.
Okay. Okay.
Joe's going to retire back to the room that he's been given, set everything out, and then start saying his prayers. Most likely with his head
Sorry.
between his most likely with his head between his legs, ready to kiss his ass goodbye.
Kari gets onto the foot of the bed and just plop. She will end up on the floor. Bed is too comfy.
Beautiful. Poppyseed. Are you alive?
Oh?
Is Poppyseed dead? Is Poppyseed Mike dead? Poppyseed. Tanner!
Corbin killed him. I saw it.
It is the rare instance where the Poppyseed has found the snooze. He's gonna have such a long recording in the morning.
I know, right?
I'm not turning it off. Well, the last action of business, was gonna be telling y'all to level up.
Yay!
Thank you.
Y'all now have the level 11.
Ooh. I get lichen regeneration now.
Ooh.
When you have 1 hit point but fewer than half, you gain hit points equal to 1 plus your con modifier.
Nice.
My con modifier is 4. Let me see. 6 to 10. Hey, she got 8. So that is E4. She has 128 hit points.
And then also, so y'all know, it's a couple months out. But in December, it might only be a couple weeks. It might be the whole month. But December 2nd, I'm having surgery. So there will be at least a couple weeks that I will be too hopped up on pain meds to do jack shit.
Okay.
What I am going to post in announcements is that I want to try and work with people to have like one shots ready to run in the usual times, so you guys can still like D&D in the usual time slots that I would be running games. If we don't get them all full, we don't get them all full, whatever. But if we do, that would also be cool, because then y'all are also gaming and stretching your DM legs.
I think that's enough time for a certain Rainer to plan a one shot.
You know what? Now
She's a coward.
Yep.
Oh look, the chicken's back.
Bach.
I know what I'm going to get you for Christmas, Rainer.
What?
A spine.
I also have other things to like that I could give to people to run that are like I can't remember what it's called. All of it's on my computer. One of them is you have your little sheet and you make a Skelebro. You are a skeleton for a necromancer and you got to do a job. Sort of vibes. There's one shots where you are all like gym bros. I am suddenly blanking on all of the ones. Anyways, I've got some sheets and things where it's like, here's how you make your character. It's real quick sort of vibes. It's still a tabletop RPG. Some of them are in fact still D&D. Some of them are their own little thing in and of itself. But I will give those out as options. Himbo Treasure Hunt, that's one of them. Numbskull's Himbo Treasure Hunt. Night Hag. There's a couple other ones that I can again pass to people if you want to run a game but don't know what you want to do. But again, here pretty soon I'm going to be putting that in announcements. Be fun. I think the Tortles might have died too.
Mm.
I believe so.
Start disconnecting them one at a time. Let's start with Gar.
Ba-doop. Ba-doop.
Padoop, padoop. We got one more. Poppyseed, are you dead?
I think so.
I think so.